walk away, my heart drops to the floor. They said it would get easier, but I don't know who for. Days move faster now, I swear, I can feel them slip away. But some things last forever, the love that never fades.
In my last video, you saw me refresh my room, and today I'm going to be tackling my closet. So when I was little, I grew up in a house where purging was a very frequent activity. My mom would sit with me and my sister about once a year, and we would go through our entire room, our wardrobe and all of our toys and everything in our room and our entire basement. And we would go through every single thing and decide what we were going to donate and what we were going to keep. The decisions were entirely our own. Our mom didn't push us to get rid of anything we didn't want to get rid of. So we really had to develop that skill of deciding what was important to us and what to let go of at a young age. And I honestly feel like knowing how to decide what to get rid of and what to keep is a genuine life skill that I'm really grateful to have. And of course, you can purge your closet without any intention of buying or reintroducing more items back into the space. But I tend to purge my closet when it's about to be a new season, like either a new season of life or a new literal season, when I know that I'm going to be buying more things afterwards. So getting really clear on what I want my style to be and the kind of things that I need to buy actually really helps me in the purging process as well. I find it really helpful to have the end goal and the ideal wardrobe in mind when I'm going and purging and deciding what to keep and what to give away. So I've tried planning my ideal wardrobe in lots of different ways, and honestly, all of them have left me with holes in my wardrobe or still mornings where I can't figure out what to wear even though I have a closet full of clothes. But last season, I took a new approach and it really, really worked, so I want to share it with you. In an effort to have a completely well-rounded full wardrobe, in the past, I've tried different things like writing down every article of clothing and making sure I have one or two of each of them in my closet. So listing skirt, long pants, jeans, leggings, tank top, tube top, every article of clothing you can think of really, and making sure I have one or two of them so that my wardrobe is super full. I've also tried going through every category or drawer of clothing and making sure I have comfy, casual, and fancy of each. And I've also tried buying everything I need to build 2 or 3 of my favorite outfits on Pinterest. And none of those methods worked, and this is why. Even though something like a skirt may seem like a necessary staple, if you don't like the way you look in skirts or you don't like it as much as you do wearing other things, you're never gonna reach for it. Even if you think you look okay, you're always gonna reach for something that you look amazing in. And also, I find that most occasions I dress for fall somewhere between comfy, casual, and fancy. So if I have a wardrobe that's perfectly balanced with 1/3 sweats, 1/3 school and work clothes, and 1/3 ball gowns, what am I gonna do when it's time to go to brunch or go hiking or go to the beach or go to the bar? The occasions you dress for are often way more nuanced than just either comfy or casual or fancy. And the last method I tried, where I tried just building different outfits from Pinterest, I tried because at least then I knew I would be buying only things that I loved rather than just trying to buy things that I think I would need. But unsurprisingly, I spent lots of money building those 3 outfits but still had so many gaps in my wardrobe. So I kind of thought about the fact that all of these methods were still leaving me spending so much time in the mornings feeling like I had nothing to wear and that the perfect outfit didn't exist for any of the occasions I was trying to dress for. So I realized I need to tailor my wardrobe to my exact occasions that I often need to dress for. Instead of thinking in hindsight, I wish I had this kind of outfit or I wish I had this in my wardrobe, I needed to think ahead and get clear on all of my most common occasions that I dress for and get clear on exactly what I usually wish I could wear when dressing for each of those occasions. So this is the method I developed for a well-rounded wardrobe. So the first step is just going on Pinterest and pinning anything that you like, just kind of developing your general style. You don't have to worry about what occasions they're dressing for. You don't have to worry about it being completely balanced right now, but you just want to gather kind of a mood board for what you want your general style to be in the next season. And chances are you probably have a Pinterest board like that already. The second step is going to be making a list of your most common occasions that you need to dress for. So these are mine. Coffee/cafe mornings with friends, beach days, walks, errands, pole class, climbing, dinners and dates, working from home, and evening cozy. Step 3 is to get your priorities straight and be completely honest with yourself. So think about your values when you go to dress. And for me, the 3 main ones that come to mind are comfort, flatteringness, I don't know if that's a word, but you know what I mean, like how flattering something is, and style. And being honest with yourself is really important because I can't tell you the number of times I've promised myself, okay, in this new season, style is gonna be my priority. And then I end up buying a bunch of clothes that I think are cool, but aren't like the most flattering on my body type. I don't feel the most confident in them, or I don't feel physically comfortable in them either. I never ended up even reaching for those pieces that I thought were really cool, because the reality was that comfort and flatteringness were always gonna trump style. And style might genuinely be your top priority. But basically what I'm saying is don't convince yourself that you're gonna completely change what you value in this next season just because you want to be that cool girl that dresses cool all the time. Like, look at how you chose outfits in the past and kind of allow yourself to stick to that. So your 4th step is going to be looking at your list of occasions you made and looking at your Pinterest board and developing a few like ideal uniforms for each of those occasions. So basically imagine yourself standing in your closet trying to dress for each of these occasions and think about, what do you usually wish you had? My camera died already, so the angle might have changed, but I think what I was saying is to imagine yourself standing in your closet trying to dress for this occasion. And again, be honest with yourself. So now you've got a huge list of your occasions and all of the clothing pieces you kind of want in order to dress for each of those occasions. And now you're just gonna transfer all of those pieces of clothing onto a big master list of pieces that you hope to have in your wardrobe. And you'll find that many pieces overlap into multiple occasions, so your whole list of clothing pieces that you want probably won't be as long as you think it's going to be. And then you're gonna go through that and just cross off any pieces that you already own. And then step 7 is to look at all of the remaining clothing pieces and make yet another list where you organize them based on priority. So based on how many times did this specific clothing piece come up in all of your occasions? So for example, something like black boots might have come up like 10 different times when you were writing down ideal outfits, whereas something like mesh long sleeve top might have only been in there once. So this priority list is just gonna help you when you go to shop because it'll give you a clear idea of what you should spend most of your time looking for and what you should spend your money on first. So now that you have a great picture of what your ideal wardrobe is, you can move on to actually purging your closet. So I've done the KonMari method. We love Marie Kondo, but the method that I've come to love is a little bit different. The KonMari method begins with you taking literally everything out of your closet and putting it all in a big pile on your bed. And I feel like this is a great method if you need to be confronted by the sheer amount that you own. But because I do cleanouts pretty often, I know exactly how much I own, and I don't feel like I need to be unnecessarily overwhelmed by having all of my shit on my bed at once. Her method is also kind of based around the idea that the person purging needs to be motivated to get rid of stuff. That if it were up to them, they would just keep everything, or that they don't really know how to part with things. But I'm the opposite. If it were up to me, I would just get rid of everything every time and start fresh every time. But that's not sustainable in any way, shape, or form. So I definitely don't need to be motivated to get rid of stuff. So this is the clear out method that I have come to love. So eventually all of your things are going to end up into 5 different piles. So keep, sell, give to friends, donate, and fix or mend. And I personally find it really overwhelming to try to sort all of my things into those 5 piles right away. So for the first round, I just separate into keep, give away, and fix or mend. And then I'll go back to the giveaway pile and separate that into donate, give to friends, or sell. Sometimes you might need another pile for throwaway, for things like socks with holes in them, or just things that you can't donate because they're just too far gone. But that will probably be a small pile. One of my biggest tips is to start with a clean space. If you have a bunch of clothes laying everywhere, you may look at them and think, okay, why would I spend time putting these away when I'm just gonna be getting everything out anyway? But I personally just get really overstimulated if I have all of that clutter already there before I start to clear out my stuff. And then I go one drawer or category at a time, and I do take all of it out and put it on my bed. I don't just open the drawer and hold things up one by one. I do take it all out and put it onto my bed. But again, I do this one drawer at a time. This is where I do like to adopt part of the KonMari method. I do really like holding everything up one by one, deciding if it sparks joy, or deciding whether to thank it and give it away. I also like to ask myself, if I lost this piece or if it got ruined, would I repurchase it? And if I'm super unsure about a piece, I take the time to try it on. And I want to talk about reasons that are not good enough to keep something. One of the biggest things I've learned when deciding whether or not to keep a piece is this: if I don't like it now, in this very moment, I never will. I've made the mistake so many times of telling myself, oh, I think I'll like this when my hair's done, or I think I'll like this when I have makeup on. And then, spoiler, those are the things I never wear again. The biggest mistake is thinking that you can make something work. If you have to make it work, it doesn't work. Secondly, the fact that you spent a lot of money on something and likely regret spending a lot of money on it is not a good enough reason to keep it. And similarly, the fact that you still have the tags on something and have never worn it yet is not a good enough reason to keep it if you simply just don't like it. To be honest, deciding to give these things away might make you feel like shit in the moment, but if you keep them, it'll just make you feel like shit every time you see them hanging in your closet, which is every day. I'm not saying to just ignore the guilt of having spent money on something and never wearing it, but just redirect that guilt and use it as motivation to make more mindful purchases in the future. I wasn't sure if I still liked the color of this one, but now that I have it on, I think it's really nice. This one I got from a girl on Depop who makes these, and it's so cute and I really want to like it, but it's just so tight that I never wear it. Like, I put it on and I'm like, I can't breathe. So I'm gonna sell it or give it to a friend, I think. I think I'm keeping it too. I like the cut of this a lot. This is everything I'm getting rid of. Yay! Once I've decided what I'm keeping and what I'm giving away, I'll go back into the giveaway pile and sort that into sell, donate, or give to friends. And honestly, sometimes I skip the sell part if I just can't be bothered to take the time to put stuff on Depop or Poshmark. But it's definitely worth it if you've paid a lot for something that you're getting rid of. If you have a place like Plato's Closet nearby, that's such a great option because even though you won't get as much money for all of your stuff, it's so much quicker than listing stuff on Depop, and you won't have to live with your inventory sitting in your closet for ages. Now that my closet is all clean, I'm ready to go hunting for the missing puzzle pieces that will make my wardrobe full and well-rounded for the new season. In my next video, I'm going to be talking all about how to do this mindfully and on a budget. And I'm going to share some tips for how to do this as someone who loves shopping a little bit too much and may or may not have had a bit of a spending problem in the past. If you like this video, give it a like and make sure to subscribe if you want to see part 2. Bye!
Days move faster now, I swear I can feel them slip away. But some things last forever, but love it never fades.